Is money the ultimate objective in our lives? Are we chasing money? Is money everything? If you ever ask yourself this question, you're not alone. I ask myself this question 1,000 times every day. Not thousands, but many times. But here's the thing, you see. Money to me should be a tool. Yeah? Like money is just there to use it to do something or to gain something or to get something done. Fortunately, we're living in a society where money determines who you are, which means money actually gives you status. And I absolutely don't agree with this statement whatsoever. But are we really chasing money? That's the question. And I think we are. Unfortunately, we need to have money in our bank accounts. So why do you think people are going to school? Why do you think parents are sending their kids to school for? To get a degree. And for some way, somehow, we believe that when you get a degree, you're gonna get a job. And then after getting a job, it depends what job you're gonna get. Then your salary, depends on whatever you do. And other people are just freelancers, influencers, YouTubers, whatever, name it. Everybody's trying to find different kinds of income. So with that said, people going to school to get a job, and after you get a job, you get paid, and then when you get paid, you're gonna buy whatever you want. So the real question is this one: are you buying stuff just because a lot of people are buying it too? Or do you really need that? Because there's a difference between what you want and what you need. What you need is absolutely necessary. You're gonna have it, you need to have it because it's a must. Now what you want, it comes from desire. So what you want is not necessarily needed. So you could live without it and then you just move on to something that you really need. So the idea is, don't buy whatever people are buying. Just because your best friend thinks that, getting the latest iPhone is the best deal ever, don't work your ass off just to get that iPhone. No. The idea here is money is needed for things that you really need. Now, here's the thing. There's a difference between men and women when it comes to money, right? The majority of men. If a man gets a job with a decent salary and they think with that salary they are able to, take care of themselves and take care of someone else along the way. So what do they do? What are they thinking, man, at that point? They're thinking, oh, now I think I'm able to raise a family of my own. I think I'm able to get married and take care of my wife. And then later in the future, we're gonna have kids. I'm gonna be able, surely, to sustain and provide and protect them. Instantly, men are thinking of raising a family, of taking care of that woman who's gonna be a partner for the lifetime. Now, what happens with the mind of women? As soon as they get a decent job, boom, I don't need men in my life. Why? Because she thinks men are there just to help her financially, which is wrong. I recently saw a video of a very, very, very influential feminist. She's now, I don't know, in her 70s. I don't know, maybe she's alive, maybe she's dead, I don't know. But I just seen this clip. She actually called one of the anti-feminists and she was like, I regret fighting for, the feminist movement because she spent all her life single. She never married anybody. She never attempted to do it. And then she actually made a fortune. She thought like life is only about money and taking care of yourself, and therefore you don't need men in your life. But when she got to her 70s, she's saying this, I'm paraphrasing, I don't remember her name, but she said something like, I regret because now I'm in my 70s, I'm living alone, I have no kids, no grandkids, no husband, no nothing. She doesn't have a family. Money is just a shadow to her now. She doesn't see money as a companion. Money is not your friend. Now she's like looking at women of her age, playing along with the grandkids, going out, shopping, doing a lot of things, pranks, this, that, laughing all the time, watching movies together, but she cannot do the same. Why? Because at some point of her life, she thought like men are not that important. Now you can tell me how she can adopt and she can do that, but nothing is really, really yours if it's not coming out of you. Biologically speaking, there's some kind of sentiment and some kind of like biological attachments to that being that you cannot simply never find in an adopted child. I'm not saying don't adopt, but that's up to you. I think adoption is there for people who cannot really get pregnant. So there's a way to do it. There's an alternative. You can go and grab a kid from an orphanage and then take care of them. And there you go. You're raising a family because biologically you couldn't do it. But if you are able to give birth, why on earth do you think your life as a single person is worth anything? Nothing, really. If you think about it, okay, you're gonna spend 20 years bragging about taking care of yourself financially and trying to prove a point that men are not necessarily in our lives. Really? Well, that's really funny to me. So, having said that, I think we're chasing money for men is just simple as black and white. We are looking for money or trying to get money because we want to be able to sustain for our family. We want to take care of our moms, maybe, or wives, kids. We want to be there when it's needed. So why are you here on earth? Why? What's the purpose of your life? Have you ever asked yourself this question? Like, what's the purpose of me being here? What am I doing here in this universe? Your eyes have a purpose so you could see. Your nose has a purpose so you can smell before you eat. Your hands, they have a purpose. Your elbows have a purpose. Your elbow is just here to help you, whenever you want to eat something, you don't do it like animals. Your ears have a purpose. Every part of your body has a purpose. How come you as a whole don't have a purpose? Well, to me, that's a very deep question. Alhamdulillah, I'm Muslim, and I believe as a Muslim, we are here and there is only one purpose, because a purpose is not an objective, is not a goal. A purpose is something bigger, something that takes time. Our purpose here in this universe is to actually worship God alone. Well, that's the main purpose. And there's different ways to do it, but they have to come together and serve only that purpose, which is worshiping Allah alone. And then, of course, it doesn't mean you cannot live your life. You can live your life, you can work, you can have kids, you can raise a family, you can be happy, you can joke, you can, spend fun time, but if only it resonates with that purpose. So to fulfill that, it's easy. Just follow what the messenger has told you to do. I know the conversation just shifted from money to women to religion. I don't know, but it's all about everything. This life we're living in, it's about everything. And I believe money is just a tool. It makes your life easier, but you don't need a lot of money to actually live happy. That's my point. That's the video I wanted to come across your minds today. So if you can have enough money, go get it, but don't let money dictate your happiness. Let me know in the comments, what's your take on everything I said? Like, do you agree? Do you disagree? And if you disagree, I'm gonna be happy to read your comments, but you have to explain why. If you disagree with something, you have to tell me why, right? Like the video, share it with some other friends, and more importantly, subscribe.